Hello everybody and welcome to today's Destiny video. So today I'm going to go over my favourite armour in terms of function and looks, because a while back I did my favourite guns and I wanted to do a favourite armour one, but I never actually got around to making that video. So I figured I'll take a break from doing the preparing for Taken King videos and actually do a video which is a little bit more fun and light-hearted. So I'm going to do my favourite armour before the Taken King drops. So let's have a look. So I'm going to start with my hunter, as you can obviously see here on my hunter. So I'm going to go with what's my favourite looking armour first. So my favourite looking armour has to be young Ahamkara's spine. This thing just looks insane with anything. It just suits everything. It's alright in some plays. I actually used to run this in PvP almost all the time. And actually did alright with it. You can actually get some pretty cool plays with the whole improved trick mines. So it's a really good piece of armour, but there are just way better pieces of hunter gear which just completely trump this out. But it's still decent for like gimmicky classes, like for trick mine classes. So it's always worth a look. Now my favourite function armour for hunters, that means the best like stats wise and perk wise for me, in my opinion, has to be the Celestial Nighthawk. I use this almost all the time in PvE. I just like it. Now this like category, me liking it because of function, isn't me liking it because it's OP or the most useful. Otherwise I'd probably pick something like Accolade Symbiote, because it's just obviously, why wouldn't you have this on in most scenarios? But I mean, like, the thing I use the most is Celestial Nighthawk. I use this in all PvE encounters almost when I'm using Gunslinger. I won't use it in PvP, obviously. Why would you want 6 times damage in PvP? But in PvE, this thing is insane against bosses. I just love playing around with it. Other people probably don't use it because there are better exotics for most people, but I use this all the time purely because I love the perk. I just love that perk, and that is why I choose this one for function. Now let's go to the Warlock. Okay, so I'm on my Warlock now, hanging out with Shax in the Crucible area. Let's have a look at the Warlock armour. My favourite looking armour for the Warlock has to be the Heart of the Praxic Fire. This thing I've always thought looked awesome. Let me actually just put it on real quick. Where is it? There it is. So this thing I've always loved. I've always loved how it's got like chainmail arms, random chain like a bit in the middle. I've just loved the way this looked ever since I first saw it many months ago. You'll be surprised actually, because I do like the ram for aesthetics. Like, I do like the way it looks. I don't know. I think it's a little bit cheesy. It's just a little bit cheesy. That's the only reason I don't like the ram. And I've grown to hate it because of how annoying people who use it are in the Crucible. So my love for the ram is kind of worn off. But this piece of armor here, I've always loved, and I don't think I'll ever not love it. It's just really nice. And my favourite armor for perks has to be the Obsidian Mind. This thing, I love it so much. Whenever I play my Warlock, I'm usually playing Voidwalker. I know that Fireborn is probably best, or at least Sunsinger is probably best, but I just love Void. I just love throwing over bombs. It's just so addictive, and being able to throw them more than once is just so much better. So this helmet, I just love it. I just love it. And I actually like the way it looks as well. It goes with quite a bit of armor, but I've always liked this helmet. Ever since I first got it in Dark Below, I've liked it ever since. Nova Bomb's kills reduce the cooldown of your next Nova Bomb, and when you combine this with things like Bad Juju and some of the other perks in the tree, you just always have supers, or at least every 5 or so minutes you've always got a super on hand. It's insane. It's really good for PvE. It can be good for PvP too. I use it sometimes in PvP when I'm playing my Warlock, just because it's fun. Just fun to throw Nova Bombs at people. So that's my favourite helmet for function from the Warlock. Okay, time to look at my Titan. Now, I actually really don't like playing Titan, and I don't like much of their armor either, but they still do have some decent function armor and a couple of nice looking ones. So I'm going to start with a nice looking one. Now, Peregrine Greaves. These bad boys look insane, and I'll probably take the shader off real quick because it looks a little bit better without... Oh, that's not taking the shade off. It looks better taking the shader off. So these things just... ever since I first saw these things leaked, oh my god, they look beautiful. They're one of my favourite looking pieces of armour in the entire game across all classes, not just Titan. They look so nice. They don't look like they're even from Destiny. They look more like something from like the Tau race in World of Warcraft, not World of Warcraft, sorry, oh god, that's going to get me some hate. 40k Warhammer. So these things look insane. I love them so much. So these are all about aesthetics. You should never really wear these if you're not playing the game. I mean, you shouldn't wear these if you're playing the game. Like, these are not a good pair of boots. They've got a decent stat roll. Intellect's nice. Heavy weapon's nice. So if you just got no space for an exotic, then they're alright. But other than that, they're really, really, really shit, if I'm honest. So next we're going to go to function. Now, I was originally going to pick the Helm of Saint 14, but then I decided otherwise. So the Helm of Saint 14 is actually a really good PvE helm if you're a defender, but the Armamentarium is just too good. It's just too good to let down. It's easily the best piece of Titan gear in terms of exotics, just because of their functionality. They're not anything exciting, just carrying an additional grenade, heavy weapon ammo, special weapon ammo. They're just decent, and a discipline roll just makes it even better. So these things, it's just, you're going to be stupid most of the time. I'm not going to say you're stupid all the time for not using this, but in most scenarios, you should be wearing this in PvP and PvE even, unless you're a defender. They're just really, really good. It's just invaluable sometimes to have two lightning grenades. Is just so OP. It's so overpowered. Lightning grenades are easily one of the best grenades in the game right now anyway. Obviously there's other debates like firebolt grenade, but firebolt grenade requires you to like heavily invest in perks of the subclass of Sunsinger. However, lightning grenade just comes packaged as a fucking awesome grenade. So it can be argued that lightning grenade is probably the best grenade purely for the investment fact, and the fact that Armamentarium gives you 2 grenades without even specking for it in your tree. So yeah, this is easily the best functionality piece of armor for the Titan in my opinion. I mean, obviously everyone's opinion differs, but I think universally this piece of armor is known for being one of the best. So if you haven't got these pieces of armor, then pick them up because they're good. So a quick final note, if you haven't got these pieces of armor before year 1, unlucky, because they're going to be a little harder to get once year 2 comes around, being more pieces of armor around, and I'm not even sure how to get original pieces of armor except from the actual new feature that Xur's going to have in the Taken King called the the Legacy Engram, which actually gives you old stuff. So that's probably how you will get all the old stuff. So watch out for that when Taken King drops. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've actually been really looking forward to doing this. I just don't know why I haven't done it earlier. So if you did enjoy it, then please drop a like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Goodbye, Guardians.